After 7 years of living aboard,
we finally found our dream boat. Welcome back, Down Under!
I'm Captain William.
And I'm Yana.
We've gone from a trawler to a steel monohull.
And then to a fiberglass cat.
Our new aluminum expedition catamaran just arrived from South Africa to Thailand.
And now we are about to open this can of sardines
to see what we need to do to turn this into our off-grid vessel.
We started with the pontoons of the boat because they were so narrow and the rooms were just really not what we wanted for ourselves. That's why we decided to go and rip them apart first.
An old boat is like a demo project. You keep peeling it away and you keep crying like an onion. Because I thought we're going to keep the doors and some of the pieces. Well, it was easier that we just start from front to back and get it out of there.
And I'm actually super happy that this is happening the way it's happening, because I think this way we're gonna have new, fresh stuff. It's gonna smell nice.
And what I'm excited is there's enough room when this is done.
To cuddle me in?
No, we can dance. In Africa, we thought we were going to do a few little things and then play around for the next 2 years. So now that the boat is here, we're going to have to start pulling some things apart and see what's behind these walls, ceilings, because we have no idea. There's no drawings of how this thing was wired or plumbed.
Yeah, and you can see right above us, we already have started. And let's now go destroy it inside. I'm sitting in front of our port pontoon, and we were hoping to minimize what we have to do inside of them. But due to materials that were used, I'm afraid we will have to strip them down.
So let me give you a bit of an idea why we have to strip these materials out and give you a good view of what it looks like now, because hopefully by the end of the day, it's not going to look at all like this. The first things to go are these doors. Although they're solid and super strong, they're super heavy. There's no need carrying a bunch of weight around in a door. The walls are lined with plastic material, which is flammable. Behind is very good insulation. And the other side is with a laminate, and when I went to peel it away, I can still smell the Formica glue. So to give you an idea what happens when these materials get a little bit old, here, plastic's got brittle, and on this side, still since 2015, you can smell this glue. I grew up building cabinets with my dad, so I can smell this down the hull when it gets warm. This is all gonna come out of here.
All those years of marriage, he's like, I want to smash this wall. Imagining me. I'm still not sure if this is a real reason why this needs to go away, or he's just angry with me, or he just wants to be an engineer.
No, we'd have to have the bigger hammer. This is not quite large enough. And I don't know where you think that I'm doing this alone, because just like Dawn Hunter days, you're going to be down here helping with this demo.
I need first to remember how to use these tools, because I haven't touched one in like 5 years. Huge piece of rust in my eye. Where do I start? Look at these screws, guys. Half of them literally are stripped. Why I always have to do everything myself? Very narrow holes. How many more?
Not bad. There are 8 more to go. And you have to collect each screw and put it in a little jar that's down there, because if one stainless screw falls under the hull and we don't know about it, it could corrode through the hull. That's one of the things you have to be very careful of aluminum. So you have to collect everything. Let's go get the rest of those guys. See, Yana's version of collecting screws is turning on the vacuum cleaner. and slurping them all up and then throwing them away.
How did you know that? You guys don't know how many screws I threw away because I'm like, he will not see that, he will not notice that. Although I'm still not sure that we need to remove all of this, one thing I'm really happy about is removing this nastiness. I have no idea what that is. It's like a rubbery thing that is everywhere on this boat, and look at this, it has like mold on it. Super ugly. You know, it's so much fun to tear things apart. I'm not sure it's gonna be fun to like put it all back together. We came up with that great idea that we're gonna move our bathroom all the way to the front room. And that's why all the doors from the current bathroom needs to go away too. When you step on the boat, you always fall in love with the boat. But then when you open the door, usually the honeymoon is over. Because the smell usually is not that good. And in this case, there was so much plastic and not real wood that the smell was
There forever.
there forever. Anybody order extra damage? I actually came today to record things, not to destroy them.
When we first met, Yana was going crazy about this time of year, having to renew her gym membership so she could get her discount and she could be working out all the time. Well, she doesn't know it, but this is her new gym membership for the next 4 months. This is going to be intense. And I'm starting to see sweat dripping off of her. And we haven't started anything yet.
You can see from the inside the damage that you did.
The boat keeps getting lighter and lighter. My plan is I put blue tape where I'm going to cut all the way around the boat, both on the horizontal and then vertically, and remove this in sections because there's no way we're going to get out these doors. And I've learned by pounding on it, there's places where there's actually aluminum, don't know whether it's welded or how it's in there. So we're just going to chop it apart and figure it out as we go. There's aluminum square tubes inside of here. No wonder why it cut a little bit difficult. One wall down, 4 more to go. And the good thing is I just get to leave all this in the bottom of the boat, and then Yana's gonna come and clean it all up. So you guys can see that there was a lot of plastic and there was formica and materials in there that really shouldn't have been on a boat, and that's not safe. We also have to put some access portholes to get out because those weren't there. So we had to see what was in the ceiling. I didn't want to be cutting something structural.
There is only one thing I like better than cooking in my galley. Smashing it. But before I can use this bad boy, I have to remove the door. Great. I know William got a bigger one somewhere there. This is the tool, my friends. I can't damage the windows. Easy. William told me to remove the countertop and he just left, leaving me with all these tools here. He also said that I can just hit it with a hammer and it's gonna bust to pieces. If you guys remember our episode in Africa, I couldn't even chop a tree branch. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Damn, he was right. Shit. I actually thought it was gonna like shatter and fly away, but it didn't. I wonder what kind of material that is. Ooh. Something sticky here. Nasty, nasty stuff. Easy. And the last but not the least, This is, my friends, how you make room for the dishwasher.
I'm back. Hey, I thought you removed all the cabinets.
No! It's gonna take like, I don't know, a week.
I've gone 30 minutes and that's all you did?
Excuse me?
So the port side hull is going to be our master side of the boat. And I tried to take parts out and said, screw it. So I just cut everything away completely and let's go take a look at what we found. With all the walls removed, all the way from the steps to the front bulkhead, we have a dance hall in here. So we'll be able to move the shower and the bathroom in the very front. Middle is going to be storage. And then let me take you and show you the master bedroom. Still a work in progress, but I was able to get to the ceiling because we have to add escape portholes in case there's a fire. And we're going to raise the bed up a little higher so we maximize the space in here. But we also have room for the extra tanks below for day tanks. The good thing about gutting the boat is that we have all this space that we can actually sit and talk about what we should do. I kind of want to have a door and a room around the toilet or the head. And Yana's like, no, there's no big deal. It can be in the same open area as the shower and where we brush our teeth. So here's the scenario, is she's sitting on the toilet and I'm over here brushing my teeth.
I can do this and you can brush mine.
After 7 years of marriage, there's still some privacy that I'd like to have.
No, we need to start like expanding the horizons.
Well, you know what? You have fun on your horizon, I'm going to have fun on mine. Let us know in the comments what you think. Should the toilet be in the shower where you brush your teeth, or should the toilet be in this little private room so you can like think about things you're going to do in your boat later?
Come on guys, we all know marriage is to share things.
I need to show you things we've encountered and what we're probably not going to take out now that I see that what it would take to put it back. The advantage about buying a boat that has been properly designed, hull and the substructure are super rigid, super strong. But then you have to add MEP, which is called mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. And in those areas, I now know where we have to do modifications. We have irrigation plumbing in some places that definitely has to go. Also, in digging around, there was a water leak and we kept having fresh water down in the hulls. And the only way to find that was to actually rip the walls out and get to the original plumbing. That can't be on a boat. So we're going to have maybe access panels somewhere. But at least now we found where the leaks were under both sinks, port and starboard hull. Holding tank, hot, cold water, and also salt water, all running behind the walls that was non-accessible. Now we have them open. We have to figure out how to get back to them when we make a nice looking room here. We have electrical wiring for the DC, which also needs to be changed because it's going right through some places in aluminum without any, I guess, insulation. And then we have locations where the insulation was attached to the hull. Excellent insulation, excellent application, but there is an outer skin that we removed out of plastic, and then that outer skin insulation should be a more dense type of insulation. And I've decided at all costs to leave the bulkheads for the port and starboard cabins on this side for sure. On our other side, we'll have to figure out a design because they add some integrity, but more importantly, to rip them all out just to put new ones back in, there's not a lot of logic in that. After pulling all this apart, we're going to keep the head where it is, but we decided that rounded part is taking away too much room. So demoed a portion of this and then we'll just upgrade it from there and put a smaller head so there's some room to wiggle around in there. No, it's not a Jack and Jill design.
I think we should keep it this way. I like it. I can see you, you can see me, you know, we can see each other. We're at 7 years of marriage. This is like a perfect angle also, like you can see everything that's happening.
You know, after 7 years of marriage, I still want to keep some surprises for the next 7 years. Starboard bow bedroom We keep making this girl lighter. Large drawers were here, so the drawer got removed. I'm now cutting away the aluminum and make this walk-in so we have a place for storage and closets. That means we've got room for solar panel weight and batteries. And a fold-down bunk here if we do have guests.
We were really concerned about this house being so narrow, and at times it felt like really claustrophobic when you were walking. But now, when everything's gone, you realize that there is a lot of room. It's just a matter of the design and how you put things together. It's pretty good to know the size of things though, because when we do build the new shower, we kind of know what not to eat. And now when we had all these things ripped out, finally I can have a full shower. I have to try it out. Oh. But that we're gonna talk in the next video. In order to fit all the required appliances, because there are a lot of those appliances and this boat was very Spartan, men were here. Instead of basically just modifying the cabinets, we decided to rip them completely out and build new ones.
She decided to rip them out, and now I have to build new ones. In order to gain access to all this wiring and check underneath the insulation on top, plus remove each one of these panels, which is about 15 kilograms, they all have to come down. There's stainless screws in the aluminum, which when you put them in and you don't put anti-seize compound, they are not coming out. So you can't take them out with an Allen wrench. The only thing you can do is cut them, or in this case, try to pry the aluminum off. And I'd like to use this for something later on, so I don't want to totally destroy it as I'm destroying it. Those screws are not going to break, and the aluminum just keeps bending. So I'm going to have to try and drill the stainless steel heads off, and then it should come down. There's only 10 more of those to go here and another 10 outside. But we just gave the boat a huge trim of weight.
I always thought that this is a piece of plastic. In fact, there are two pieces of aluminum with some kind of material inside. I have no idea what that is. Oh shit! This thing is heavy, man! You look at it, you think it's maybe like 3 kilograms, but I think it's like 20. Wow. So now when I lifted up that one panel, I think we're gonna reduce the weight for about easily 100 kilograms here. Shit! This is why the boat stays so cool, because this is that thick. This is that thickness.
This is the thickness.
This is the thickest insulation I've seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of insulations. It's not the same that's on the walls on the pontoons. That's maybe like half of it. No? Not true?
Pontoon's the same thickness.
Same? It's not the same. William is saying that the thickness of insulation is the same in the pontoons. So I guess we're gonna go down and check. Pat? In our marriage, he's always winning all the bets, but once in a while I get a win. So I think today is the day. Oh my goodness. I think I won!
Always eager to take a win until you look at the details. Let me come show you. In the whole hull, we have the first layer of insulation, and then we have the second layer of insulation. So when you put the two together, what do you have? So let's go get the other piece.
It's not the same.
Still betting?
Still betting.
Want to double down? Okay, that much, and I guess to a woman that means a lot.
For a man, that should mean even more.
For those people wondering about structural integrity of the aluminum boat, we have the side ribs, we have the hull, and then because all the portholes, we have 20 millimeter thick aluminum plate running the whole length of both port and starboard.
So you guys can see we are removing all the aluminum panels from the ceilings, and the same ceiling was here. We decided to get rid of it and keep it just bare. Not everybody gonna like it. We kind of want to go for this like industrial look, aluminum with wood.
Everybody in comments and all the experts out there is aluminum is too hot. We're in Thailand, so we had to find out what kind of insulation that was there, but also because we're going to be lining the upper deck with solar, that will provide a level of insulation that we won't really need on the inside as much. We had to get all those pieces of aluminum down and work from a clean slate.
Yeah, and those pieces you guys could see were so heavy that it's gonna make the boat just lighter till we add the new ceilings.
The solar.
The solar, the ceilings, and all who knows what. We've discovered that this boat was built for speed, so weight is definitely a big factor, and we always have to keep in mind that whatever we add or remove, the balance of that will affect this catamaran performance.
And hopefully by calculation, we take out 10 kilos and we put 5 kilos back of the new material that are lighter and stronger.
You can't add any.
I mean, look at the extra weight we're putting on here. Also found out that there's a problem with the positioning of the traveler for the main sail, and the only way to get access to move the traveler into a position further to the front of the boat was to gain access to it all, and now we have that ability. Now that this is all gutted, we can design things on the computer and actually do walkthrough models, so we don't have to be going like this. And we have plenty of room now for shower, bathroom, and everything else by using thinner materials that are stronger. You know, the other strange thing is, as I was ripping apart the walls, this was built in 2014-15, and you could still smell the Formica glue trapped behind the Formica and the walls. It's just refreshing to know that all of that is out of here, and we are starting fresh.
So I'm gonna show you guys how much narrower this gets as you go inside. So it starts like this. You can see the difference.
Hey guys, thank you for watching this video, and join us next week where we're gonna take you through the whole boat and talk about all the upgrades that we're gonna try and do. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna do in each room, the floors that we already started to make,
And the technical things like the solar, the lithium, the day tanks, fuel transfer, and a few other little goodies that are behind the scenes that you probably would never see in a boat unless you built it from scratch. Or in this case, you tore it all to pieces.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. See you in the next one.